How many times have you said this in your life? Let me think for a minute. Please wait. While drinking coffee, sending a message, considering a job offer, or making a decision about a person, have you ever thought to yourself, why am I so indecisive? But today, I will tell you clearly, indecisiveness is not an intelligence issue. Do you know how society labels an indecisive person? Doesn't know what they want? Weak character? Lacks confidence? But in brain science, indecision means this. It means the brain sees too many possibilities at once. So the brain is not slow. On the contrary, it is overworking. And the ironic part is, the most indecisive people are usually the ones who think the most. When the brain makes a decision, it doesn't start with logic. It first looks at this. Which one puts me at less risk? Which one reduces my chance of regret more? So for the brain, the decision is not about which is right, but which is less dangerous. But this is where the problem begins. For example, there are two options, and both are equal in the brain's view. Option A is logical. Option B is also logical. There is risk in option A. Well, there is also risk in option B. At this point, the brain says, whichever I choose, I might lose. And the brain chooses not to decide. This is not laziness. This is a survival reflex. Now pause for a moment and imagine you live 200,000 years ago. There are two paths. The right path is unknown. The left path is unknown. If you choose the wrong path, you will starve, get injured, or die. That's why the brain learned this. If you're not sure, wait. Today, you choose coffee, but your brain is still operating in survival mode. This is where indecision comes from. So why are some people more indecisive? Because some brains generate more scenarios. They see more what-ifs and broadly scan possibilities. These people are generally analytical, detail-oriented, and highly empathetic individuals.
But the cost is this: the decision-making process takes longer and longer.
Now let's do a mini test with you. Do these sentences run through your mind when making a decision? Will I regret it later? What if I had chosen the other one? I wish I had thought about it a bit more. If your answer is yes, you are not indecisive. Your brain is generating too many options. Now we have reached the solution part regarding decision making. The brain does not like equality. Symmetry locks it. Therefore, for the brain to make a decision, balance must be disrupted. This solution is applied as follows. When stuck between two options, don't rationalize. Don't write pros and cons. Don't try to justify. Just say this: I give this 51%. Why? Because a small difference is enough for the brain. The brain's response is this: okay, the equality is broken, I can make a decision. And the interesting thing is this: the decision feels relieving. Because the brain works with perception, not mathematics. A 1% difference is insignificant for consciousness, but is a key breaker for the brain. That's why flipping a coin works. Small nudges lead to decisions, but the 51% technique keeps control with you. Indecision is not a flaw. It's an indicator of capacity. But the brain needs to hear this. This is not equality. The moment you say this, the brain relaxes you and the decision comes naturally.